This is Casita Big Dog Rescue, and this is my pack. We rescue dogs from the local animal shelter that have been abandoned due to unfortunate circumstances. I teach them doggy etiquette and match them with the perfect owners. I'm not a dog trainer. I don't teach obedience classes. I help owners better understand their best friend. I believe every dog deserves a second chance. I'm Rafael Cabrera, and this is Casita Big Dog Rescue. Our latest candidate, here she is, Mindy. Carolina dog, AKA American Dingo. Very intelligent dogs, medium energy, strong prey drive, not a dog for everyone, but for the right person, she is the right dog. She's been with us now about 5 days. We've got her from our local shelter. These are some of the fine dogs that you can find at your local shelter. She is a little timid, extreme submissive. She gets along great with all our other dogs. She does put on a good show, though. When she first encounters a dog, her fur will go up, her ears will go up, but with no intent. It's a defense mechanism to make sure that the other dogs know she might be formidable and that she's not going to take any guff from them. But we've introduced her to Rocky. She's great with Mika, and if everybody knows, Mika's wonderful with all our dogs. She's the hardest working dog we have. We love her to death. But this is about Mindy. We're trying to find the right home for her. She's truly remarkable. She's housebroken. She's microchip. She's heartworm negative. She's spayed. Again, housebroken, which is very, very important. She does get along with other dogs. So far, I've seen her with children. I like what I see. I've assessed her completely. This is a dog that will make a great pet. It's going to take the right individual, though. It takes a strong hand. She can be a little pig-headed at times, but if you're patient and you follow the proper procedure with her, you shouldn't have any problem. And of course, here at Casita Big Dog Rescue, we're all about following through. We will help acclimate this dog into your home. We'll be there for you the whole time. So this is, again, one of the fine dogs you can find at your local shelter. Don't discard them. Go over there, make it a point to save a life. You'd be surprised of the valuable, valuable dogs that they have there to help you and your family. So remember to spay and neuter, go to your shelter, and help save a life. And welcome to Liberty Park, downtown Inverness, Florida. We are at the Bass Blasters Fishing Tournament here in downtown Inverness. It's a beautiful day. We have a lot of vendors here. The Inverness Farmers Market is here today. They moved it here to help with this beautiful venue. As you can see, there's a lot of people here, a lot of different venues, different people selling their wares, giving out information. It's a beautiful day. We're here with Mindy and Rocky. We're trying to see if we can get them adopted today. We're going to walk around, interact with some of these wonderful people. Hopefully these guys can find a home. So this is some of the great stuff that does happen here at downtown Inverness. It's truly a wonderful, wonderful place to live. We love it. We can't say enough about it. The fact that you're not here, you're missing out on a lot. It's a great day. And hopefully things will turn out great for some of these vendors and for the fishermen. Hope they can catch some big bass. Of course, it is a catch and release. And we're going to see what we can do, see what kind of trouble we can get into. So keep watching. Remember to spay and neuter, and if you're not in Florida, you just ain't living. Thank you. This is Mrs. Georgia Harris. She is one of the most wonderful people in the world. How are you today? It's
Doing great.
Good to see you.
Doing great.
This is Newman. Newman was one of our Casita dogs. You've had Newman now about how long?
2 years.
It's been 2 years.
Yep.
It's been that long already.
Yep.
And how are things working out with Newman?
Doing great. He's just a great dog. Gets along with my other two real well. Loves to run. He does all my races with me.
Now, all your races. Now, how many races has he competed in?
He's done 5 half marathons, and I cannot count how many 5Ks.
And he has won medals, I believe?
He gets medals at every one of the half marathons, and in our 5Ks, if we come in first, second, or third, he gets a medal.
Wow, that's amazing. He's a trooper. We've seen him out there in action and everything. He's a real go-getter, this guy. He was one of my favorites. Numi. I love him to death. He's just a great guy. Mrs. Harris has done wonderful things with him. We can't thank you enough for everything that you do,
Thank you.
participating in all the runs and everything. A lot of it's done for charity, and so that's a great thing. Thank you. See, this is what happens. You can make a difference. She made a difference in Newman's life. Newman made a difference in her life. And then in turn, she goes and does these races with him and everything, and it helps other people. So this is some of the things you can do. Get involved, make a difference, right?
Right.
Very simple.
Right.
Change your life, change the life of somebody else.
Great.
We want to thank you so much. It's so great to see you.
All
We
right.
love you to death.
Thank you. Thank
We're
you.
looking
Good to be here.
Numi, you be a good boy.
Come here.
You sit, you stay, good girl. And that's Numi. One of the best casita dogs ever. Good girl. That's your new house? Hey, Mom. You happy? She's like, I'm happy. This is Rafael Cabrera with Casita Big Dog Rescue, and this is my rescued American Bulldog, Big Lug. Thanks to our sponsor, ValuePetSupplies.com, Lug and I are able to save dogs at our shelter. Every purchase you make at ValuePetSupplies.com helps in saving these beautiful dogs from being destroyed. Follow us on Casita Big Dog Rescue YouTube channel. Buy from our sponsor, ValuePetSupplies.com, and you could be part of saving these majestic animals. Save a life, adopt a rescued pet. Right, Big Lug? You want to get your dog's attention and something healthy for them? Beef Achilles tendons by Valuable Bully Sticks. We don't only cater to large dogs, we love our small dogs as well. This is one of the fine products that will keep them busy, keep them occupied, and make sure they stay out of mischief. It's one of the fine products you can find at ValuePetSupplies.com through Valuable Bully Sticks. This is the Achilles beef tendon. This will keep these guys occupied. They love them. Welcome to Casita Big Dog Rescue. We're here today for the adoption of Mindy, one of the dogs that we did rescue from the shelter. You have seen other videos prior to this about her. We've only had her for a short period. We do normally like to keep them a little bit longer. So we've had her now approximately about a month, but we feel that the people that we've met to adopt Mindy, we're very satisfied with. They're going to be able to handle the situation.
I've been looking for a dog for a little while, and I knew exactly what I wanted in a dog, and I wasn't willing to compromise on some things until I found the right dog. So last Sunday, Kim and I went down to the park in Inverness, and at Liberty Park they had a fishing tournament. And Raphael happened to be there with Bill, and they had 2 of their dogs there. And we first saw Rocky, and we thought Rocky looked like a nice dog, and we talked to Bill about her or him a little bit. And Bill seemed to think that Rocky might be too high energy for us, and that was a consideration for ourselves before we got a dog. We didn't want a puppy, or we want a mature dog. So we got to know Raphael then, and he introduced us to Mindy. And Mindy is about our speed. She's not rambunctious, she's very laid back. And when we saw her, we liked her, so we came home and we looked her up on the internet, her breed. And the more we got to know about American dingoes, the more fascinated we became by it. So we did a lot of research. In fact, for 2 days we were on the internet.
Right.
We watched YouTubes, we watched the Big Dog Rescue's television programming. And so we got to know the dog and learn about her traits, and we felt that she was a good match. So then we contacted Raphael again, and he brought Mindy over and introduced her, and she got to visit us. 2 times she came to our home. So we got to know her. Raphael got to learn about us, and he told us about her. So he was actually the one that let us know that he felt it would be a good match between Mindy and ourselves, and we felt comfortable about it after getting acquainted with her.
What we're going to do now is we're going to go through the process of properly introducing a dog for the first time in their new home. Again, like Susan had mentioned, Mindy has been here before, but today's going to be her first time here permanently. So what we're going to do is we're going to take her for a quick walk around the neighborhood. I recommend that to everyone that's adopting a dog from the shelter. Shelter dogs have a different mentality than a dog you would get from a breeder or from someone who's breeding dogs in their own home. They've been in a situation where they've been passed from home to home, and they don't quite know their place and they don't quite settle down. So the undertaking that we're about to perform is very important. Walking a dog, draining it of its energy, and then bringing it to the home. So as you continue to watch, you will see exactly how we make that transference from shelter dog to a permanent home dog. So she needs to keep up with you, not you to keep up with her. All right, so heel. So, see when I'm walking her, see how it is? See the slack that's in there? As soon as she starts getting ahead.
Good, doesn't she?
For him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Whereas maybe he walks.
All right. So, before you can do the physical, see if she'll respond to the verbal sound first. So, she's walking, she's going to start getting ahead. I'll be, and she'll automatically start slowing down. So the key is for you to be relaxed. Okay? I don't want you holding her like this. I want you to have faith in yourself and faith in her. It's just I want you to be relaxed when you walk.
Really
I want this to be very enjoyable to you. This is walking a dog's like Zen. I want you to think of other things. I want you to think of good things. Put good thoughts in your mind. All right? And that's will transfer to her, right to her.
Can't believe how well she walks on a leash like that.
That's much better now. As you can see that the lead has got slack. Kim's more confident right now. I gave him the little pep talk. And you notice now she is responding to it. She's not pulling, she's not trying to get ahead of him, she's actually behind him. And that's exactly where we want her. So Kim got it just like that. And so did Mindy. Well, and Mindy is no longer Mindy.
Blaze.
Now her name is Blaze. And Blaze, because when we first brought her here, I gave myself too much confidence, and we allowed Blaze out in the lanai, and she went through the screen trying to chase the squirrel because she does have a high prey drive. But Del made a very nice comment, and he says, well, I'm glad I got to see that. He goes, now I know exactly what you mean by high prey drive. So tell her sit. Give her a little tug.
Sit.
Get him.
Good girl. Give her that paycheck. The reason we have a dog wait before it goes inside a home is because if you allowed a dog to come in the house with love and no leadership, it will automatically take over your home. And that could be a bad sign because the dog will get possessive, it gets territorial, and what will happen is people will come to the front door, try to come into your house, and the dog is not going to welcome them in the proper state of mind. So I'm not going to allow that. I'm going to stand in front, I'm going to block her. Now I'm going to ask her to sit. Blaze, sit. Good girl. And now I'm going to give her the stay command. Stay. And if you know she's giving me full eye contact, there's no treats being used, this is positive reinforcement. So as soon as she sat down, I gave her that good girl, and I let it, that's her paycheck. She knows at that point that I'm very satisfied with what she's doing. I'm going to give plenty of lead, so she has, I don't want to hold her back. I want her to stay on her own accord. So what we're going to do is we're going to touch the door. As soon as you touch that door handle, that's a trigger for them to want to go forward, just the sound of it. So I'm going to have to monitor her to make sure she's not going to come forward. Good girl, stay. And I'm going to repeat the command. Every time I make a new motion, I'm going to repeat the command so she still understands that I want her to stay exactly where she is. So now this is going to be a real tricky door for her. The inside door, that's a whole nother world. So as you'll watch, you'll see her body change as she hears the sound of this door. Okay. See? She moved forward a little bit. Shh, stay. Okay. That. And that's exactly what I was saying. So we're going to make her go back into the sit position. Blaze. Blaze. Sit. Good girl. Very good. And again, we're going to exit. Blaze. Stay. And what I'm going to do, you stay. I'm going to step inside the house. Now, this is another real test for her. Once I put foot inside that threshold, she's gonna want to come forward. No. Stay. And sit. Blaze. Sit. Good girl. Good sit. And that's even better that she's laying down. Now she's surrendered the door to me. That means that she's going to wait patiently. Okay. Now, I'm inside. I crossed that threshold. Now I'm going to ask her politely to come on in. Blaze, come. And that's how you properly bring a dog in and out. It's the same exercise every time. Okay, now, here's what I need you to do. Stand erect. Okay? Bring her right over to you. Blaze, hit. Sit. Always stand erect. When you bend over to a dog, that's an invitation for them to come on top of you and to you. That's how dogs invite each other to play. They bow. So when we bow to them, we're telling them, all right, come on, let's, see? All right, so always stand erect and ask her what you want her to do, okay? And bring her over to you. You're not going to break her. You're not going to hurt her. Bring her right to where you want. Now.
Sit. Sit.
Give a little tug on the lead.
Sit.
Beautiful.
Good girl. Good girl. Thank you. Good girl.
Now watch your step, please, when you go back. Don't trip.
Blaze. Stay. Stay. Blaze. Stay.
That was beautiful. He did perfect. Another fine product from ValuePetSupplies.com from Red Barn Naturals. These are beef hooves. I swear by them. These are great. They're long-lasting. I give them to my guys, Mika and Lug, on a regular basis. Really does a great job on their teeth. They break up in small particles. They pass through their body. This is, again, one of the finest products you can find on ValuePetSupplies.com. Red Barn Naturals. It comes in a 10-pack. It's all natural beef hooves. This is Rafael Cabrera with Casita Big Dog Rescue, and this is my rescued American Bulldog, Big Lug. Thanks to our sponsor, ValuePetSupplies.com, Lug and I are able to save dogs at our shelter. Every purchase you make at ValuePetSupplies.com helps in saving these beautiful dogs from being destroyed. Follow us on Casita Big Dog Rescue YouTube channel. Buy from our sponsor, ValuePetSupplies.com, and you could be part of saving these majestic animals. Save a life, adopt a rescued pet. Right, Big Lug? So we are now inside the home, and it's a beautiful home at that. And we're very happy and very proud that Mindy, a.k.a. Blaze now, is going to be here. We couldn't ask for a better family, honestly. So again, when I mentioned outside, when we first walk in, we continue to keep her on her lead, okay? And they have shut their doors to make sure that she doesn't walk in and take ownership of every single inch of this home. We're asking her and telling her that this is certain rules, regulations, boundaries that she's going to have to abide by when she come in. So what we're doing is leadership with love, as to where most people, because of being humans and we want to nurture, we want to love and then give leadership, and it doesn't work that way. It has to be leadership and then love. Something we highly recommend, anytime you get a new dog, crating is essential. First of all, crating is a natural instinct for a dog. Out in the wild, they live in dens. So that becomes their surrogate den. Some dogs build a fear up of it because of people projecting their anxiety. You know, people say, my dog suffers from separation anxiety. That is a human trait. Animals in Mother Nature, out in the wild, there's no such thing as a nervous energy. You've never seen a bear leaning against a trees biting his nails, or a squirrel, you see them nervous but not frantic, because that's a human trait, and we impose that on our pets. So by doing all these exercises, that's going to transfer that. You will never have that separation anxiety because you're not going to have it. You know, people start worrying, oh my goodness, I can't believe my dog in the crate for 4 or 5 hours. Oh, how's she going to do? What's he going to do? She's not going to like it. People already start projecting. So we pass that knowledge on to you, getting the crate, having it already in the house. You never want to use a crate for punishment. It's absolutely not designed for that whatsoever. People say, well, I gave my dog a timeout. There's no timeout in dog world. They have no concept of time. They don't know what they're being punished for, because dogs live in the very moment. They're not contemplating on what they've done, and they're not contemplating on what they're going to do. People say my dog did things out of spite or to get back at me. Well, dogs don't have the mental capability or the capacity to think that. They don't sit and plot about what they're going to do to their owners all the time. Do they have emotions? Yes, they most certainly do. They mourn at a loss of a passing pet. If they're taken away from their home, they'll mourn for the loss of their pack. So yes, they have emotions, but they're not like human emotions, but they do have emotions. Okay, so you do have to always remember that as well. Now, if we were to allow her to come in, you know, in a rambunctious way, she'd be all over this house. She'd be running all around going crazy. This is how you want your dog to be. This is the true spirit of a dog. People say, well, I don't want you to break my dog's spirit. And I ask people, what do most people think a dog's spirit is? Jumping, barking, you know, frolicking, playing. That's not the true spirit of a dog. This is the true spirit of the dog. Calm and submissive. This is the last step. She's going to go to the door, take a look. You happy? She's like, I want to get out and go through that screen. And out she comes. Good girl. That's your new house? Hey, Mom. Yeah. No jump. It's a great test. This is good. As much as she wants it, she's not acting on it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Good girl. I'm going to even put it down. I'm going to tell her leave it again. Leave it. That. Leave it. Good girl. Okay, get it. Get it. What is that? She'll probably destroy it within the first half hour or so because she's interested.
I thought you might like that squeaky sound.
Today went extremely well. We're very happy with the turnout. We will continue to offer our help. We want to thank you.
Well, I'll tell you, Raphael and Bill, I want to thank you both for all of the time that, first of all, that you spent with her and all the time that you spent with us.
Thank you.
It's above and beyond.
Thank you very much. So you felt Casita was a big help?
What a great transition it's made for us. You kind of told us the right dog, you know, for us, and And I feel good about it. I think that we're going to have a great combination of dog and people.
You trained us real well.
There you go. Thank you so much. Again, I appreciate all your
Thank
effort,
you very
everything,
much.
all your
I can't believe
knowledge
all the
that you
time
wanted to
spent.
absorb and everything. So there we have it. Another great success story. We can see the Big Dog Rescue. We want to thank ValuePetSupplies.com. You came through, you did it again. You saved another life. Please shop at my sponsor. Every time you shop at my sponsor, a portion of that money goes to help me save another dog. You can't resist to help something like this. Remember to spay and neuter. Be good to each other, and we shall see you next week. Thank you.